Did you know that 78% of American workers live paycheck to paycheck? Yes, you heard that right. Almost 4 out of every 5 workers in one of the wealthiest countries in the world are just one emergency away from financial disaster. It's a shocking statistic that highlights the precarious state of personal finance for many people. This isn't just about not earning enough. It's about not having a plan for the money that comes in and goes out. It's about being caught in an endless cycle of earning and spending, without any clear view of where the money is going or how it could be working better for you. In today's rapidly changing economy, managing personal finances can feel like trying to hit a moving target. Prices go up, wages stagnate, jobs come and go, and the cost of living seems to be on a perpetual incline. It's no wonder so many people struggle to keep their financial heads above water. But what if I told you that there's a better way? A way to navigate these financial waters without feeling like you're constantly fighting the current. A way to plan for your financial future that doesn't involve a rigid and restrictive budget that makes you feel guilty for buying that latte or those new shoes. This is where the concept of a flexible money plan comes in. It's not about cutting out all the things you enjoy. It's about understanding where your money goes, making conscious decisions about your spending, and creating a plan that adapts to your needs, not the other way around. A flexible money plan is about empowerment. It's about taking control of your financial destiny and making your money work for you. It's about not just surviving, but thriving in a financial landscape that often feels designed to trip us up. Budgeting doesn't have to be a struggle. Let's introduce you to a better way. Many people find traditional budgeting restrictive and difficult to stick to. It's like trying to squeeze into a one-size-fits-all t-shirt. It doesn't consider your individual needs, lifestyle, or financial goals. Let's delve into some of the common struggles people face with traditional budgeting. Firstly, unpredicted expenses. Life is full of surprises. Your car breaks down, your pet gets sick, or your roof starts leaking. These unplanned expenses can throw your entire budget out of whack, leaving you stressed and scrambling to readjust your financial plan. Secondly, the lack of flexibility. Traditional budgeting often involves setting fixed amounts for various categories of expenses, but life isn't static. Some months you may spend more on groceries, while other months you might have higher utility bills. This rigid structure can make budgeting feel like a chore and can lead to feelings of guilt when we inevitably deviate from the plan. And that leads us to the third point, the difficulty of sticking to a fixed budget. When you're constantly trying to fit your spending into predetermined categories, it can feel like you're wearing a financial straitjacket. This can lead to budget burnout, where you become so frustrated with the process that you give up entirely. Moreover, traditional budgeting often doesn't account for personal financial goals. Whether it's saving for a dream vacation, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, these important objectives can get lost in the shuffle of trying to manage day-to-day expenses. And finally, traditional budgets often don't account for income fluctuations. If you're a freelancer, small business owner, or have a variable income, the rigid structure of traditional budgeting can be even more challenging to adhere to. So, what's the solution? There is a need for a more flexible approach to managing our finances. Enter the concept of a personalized spending plan. This approach is more adaptable, realistic, and tailored to your unique financial situation and goals. Stay tuned as we dive into this exciting concept in the next segment. A personalized spending plan is not a strict budget, but a flexible plan that adapts to your needs. Now, doesn't that sound like a breath of fresh air? Imagine a financial strategy that bends and flexes with your life, rather than one that cracks under the slightest pressure. That's the beauty of a personalized spending plan. So what exactly is this plan? It's a financial roadmap that you create based on your income, expenses, and financial goals. Unlike a traditional budget, it doesn't box you in with rigid categories and limits. Instead, it allows for fluctuation and change because, let's face it, life is anything but predictable. The first key component of this plan is income tracking. This is where you record every dollar that comes into your possession, from your salary to that $20 you found in your winter coat. If it's money, it counts. This gives you a clear picture of what you're working with, and it's the foundation upon which your plan is built. Next up is expense management. This is not about cutting out all the fun stuff and living on bread and water. It's about understanding where your money goes and making conscious decisions. Maybe you realize you're spending a fortune on takeout and decide to cook more at home. Or maybe you find out you're not spending nearly enough on experiences that bring you joy. Whatever it is, expense management gives you the power to decide. Lastly, we have setting financial goals. This is where you dream big. Want to buy a house, start a business, retire early? Your goals are the driving force behind your plan. They give you a reason to stick to it, even when the going gets tough. So, there you have it. The key components of a personalized spending plan: income tracking, expense management, and setting financial goals. It's a flexible, adaptable system that puts you in the driver's seat of your finances. Creating your personalized spending plan is a step-by-step process. Let's break it down. In our next scenes, we'll guide you through every step, ensuring you have all the tools you need to create a plan that works for you. So buckle up, because your journey to financial freedom starts now. Step 1 is all about tracking your income. Now, this might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people don't accurately know how much they're bringing in each month. And if you don't know what's coming in, how can you effectively manage what's going out? But why is tracking income so important? Think of it as the foundation of your personalized spending plan. It's the starting point that determines everything else. Your income is the total amount of resources you have to allocate to your expenses, savings, and financial goals. Without a clear understanding of this, you're essentially planning in the dark. So, how do you track your income effectively? First off, you need to consider all sources of income. This isn't just your salary from your 9-to-5 job. It might also include side gigs, rental income, dividends from investments, or even that occasional cash gift from your loving grandmother. In today's gig economy, multiple streams of income are more common than ever, and each one should be accounted for. Secondly, ensure you're tracking your net income, not your gross income. Your net income is what you actually take home after taxes and other deductions. It's the money you have available to spend, save, and invest. And finally, keep it consistent. Whether you track your income daily, weekly, or monthly, find a system that works for you and stick with it. There are numerous tools and apps available to help you track your income, so find one that suits your lifestyle. Remember, tracking your income isn't about restricting your spending or making you feel guilty about your financial decisions. It's about gaining insight into your financial situation so you can make informed decisions and create a spending plan that truly works for you. So, take some time today to get a clear idea of your income. Write it down, put it in a spreadsheet, use an app, whatever works best for you. Just make sure you have a solid understanding of what's coming in. Once you have a clear idea of your income, it's time to look at your expenses. Step 2 involves managing your expenses. Now, this might sound a bit daunting at first, but stick with me. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's all about understanding where your money is going and making informed decisions. Think of your expenses as 2 distinct categories: needs and wants. Needs are those non-negotiables that we can't do without, like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Wants, on the other hand, are those luxuries we enjoy but could live without if push comes to shove. Things like dining out, shopping sprees, and vacations. Now, you might wonder, why is it important to separate needs from wants? Well, this distinction allows you to clearly see where your money is going, and more importantly, where you can make adjustments. It's about creating a realistic picture of your spending habits and identifying opportunities to cut back if necessary. But how do you track these expenses? There are numerous ways, and the best method depends on what works for you. You could use a simple spreadsheet, a notebook, or even a budgeting app. The goal is to record your expenses as they occur. This habit not only keeps you accountable, but also provides a clear snapshot of your financial health. The key to managing expenses is consistency. Make it a habit to review your expenses at least once a week. This will help you stay on top of your spending and spot any trends or areas of concern. Remember, a personalized spending plan isn't about depriving yourself of the things you enjoy. Rather, it's about understanding and managing your money better. It's about making sure that your hard-earned dollars are going where they can serve you best. As you consistently track and review your expenses, you'll find that you're not just managing your money, you're also gaining control over your financial future. And that, my friends, is a powerful feeling. With a clear view of your income and expenses, you can now set your financial goals. And that's what we'll dive into in our next step. So stick around, because we're just getting started. Step 3 is setting your financial goals. The third and final step in creating your personalized spending plan is all about looking ahead, crystallizing your aspirations, and setting your financial goals. Why are financial goals so important, you ask? Well, they are the compass that guides your spending plan. They give you a sense of direction, a destination to reach. Without them, you're like a ship sailing without a map, at the mercy of the wind and waves. Your financial goals are your map, your star to steer by. Let's break it down into two categories: short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals are the ones you aim to accomplish within the next year or so. It could be saving up for a holiday trip, paying off a credit card debt, or maybe building an emergency fund. These goals are stepping stones, small victories that keep your motivation high and your financial plan on track. On the other hand, long-term goals are your big picture visions. They could be a decade away or even more. This might be buying a house, starting your own business, or creating a retirement nest egg. These goals require more time and dedication, but their rewards are equally significant. Now, how do you set these goals? Start by asking yourself, what do I want my financial future to look like? Be as specific as you can, then assign a monetary value to each goal and set a timeline for achieving it. This gives you a clear, quantifiable target to aim for. Remember, your financial goals should be realistic, but also challenge you. They should push you to step outside your comfort zone, to strive for more. And most importantly, they should align with your values and priorities. After all, it's your money and your life. You're the captain of this ship. Once you've set your goals, your personalized spending plan becomes your roadmap, helping you navigate towards your financial dreams. It's a living, breathing plan that changes as your life and goals evolve. It's not a strict budget, but a flexible and personalized tool that empowers you to take control of your financial future. With your financial goals set, your personalized spending plan is complete. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, set your sights on the horizon and start sailing towards your financial dreams. Let's recap the main points we've covered today. We started by painting a picture of the current state of personal finance, where an alarming number of people live paycheck to paycheck. It's a reality that can feel overwhelming, but we also introduced a solution, the concept of a personalized spending plan. This isn't your traditional budget. It's not rigid, inflexible, or set in stone. It's a plan that adapts to your financial landscape, your needs, your goals. It's the tool you need to navigate the financial twists and turns of the modern world. We delved into the common struggles of traditional budgeting, like the feeling of restriction, the difficulty to adjust for unexpected expenses, or the guilt when we overspend. These struggles can often deter people from budgeting altogether, but with a personalized spending plan, these concerns are addressed. We then walked you through the 3 crucial steps to create your own personalized spending plan. First, we explored how to track your income, scrutinizing not just your regular paycheck, but all sources of income. Remember, knowing what comes in is just as important as knowing what goes out. Step 2, we discussed managing your expenses, emphasizing the importance of distinguishing between your needs and wants, and planning for both regular and irregular expenses. Finally, we highlighted the importance of setting financial goals. Whether it's saving for a rainy day, planning a vacation, or investing for retirement, having a goal gives your spending plan purpose and direction. And that's it. That's your personalized spending plan in a nutshell. It's a tool that you can use to gain control over your finances, make informed decisions, and work towards your financial goals. Remember, your personalized spending plan is not a strict budget, but a flexible tool that adapts to your needs and helps you meet your financial goals.